It's the NFL on EA Sports, and center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. He comes in second in the league in passing yards this season. It's the Ravens and the Bengals under the lights on Thursday night.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. To throw is Wilson. This to Arnold on the short pass. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, Your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Ravens at 6-3 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Credit good coverage there in the pass breakup to Pat Surtain.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Montgomery going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Bass is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Naylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Look at this Baltimore defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Here is 3rd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now it's Wilson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 7 catches, 101 yards, and a score.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy. And that's exactly where he is now. Number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 26. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Terry McLaurin from 21 yards away. And the Bengals are once again back in front. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 9 catches, 71 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. A nice little juke. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Naylor. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, now how about this return? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And he's in the midst of an MVP caliber season. The NFL's leader in passing yards as he's up over 3,000 now on the year. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Wilson.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
A beautiful fake. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They go play action now. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you got a team that sits 28th in the league in rushing, so I guess you're going to see some plays like that.
Yeah, you're definitely going to do that, but it's not like you can just abandon the run. You got to keep taking your shots, don't you? But at this point of the season, they haven't been very successful.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
He connected on his first, this from 41.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. McCaffrey on the counter.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Stafford now to throw.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Play action. Stafford. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 63 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are back within a couple of the lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Breaks through the contact.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Will Anderson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Now a 2nd and 10.
to throw. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. .39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This to Arnold on the short pass. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
This 2nd and 4.
To throw is Wilson.
Looking for and finding Arnold once again.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Lots of great matchups to come this weekend, starting out in Germany, the final international game of the year. Giants and Panthers from Munich. Oh, it's an early start, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the New York Jets. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Manuel Forbes able to stick with him and knock that one away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jesse Luketa. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Into the hands of Hendershot.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Stafford. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Oh, the return is Scott. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Wilson.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Give the credit there to Jordan Phillips getting in the backfield for the tackle for loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Stafford finding Knox there, complete.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction. I was able to track the ball in another.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Bengals drive about to get going. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Now it's Wilson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. Complete, it's Dotson. Room past the 35. And he's got some space here. And down right around the 37. A big pickup of 38.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Shaq Lawson, his 2nd sack of the night.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing is Wilson. It's Williams on the catch. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Third down and 1.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Wilson. That's caught by Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamison Williams, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall,
he's got a man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Stafford. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To throw is Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 41 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's the Bengals who come away with a win, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, a guy who's been doing it for a while, and that's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, some of these DBs are going to be tossing and turning tonight, partner. He really had their number. Wound up with well over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns to boot.
So for the Bengals, They keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.